African violets, or what is more properly known as St. Paulia, is one of the most popular of all the houseplants. Since they are native to the floor of the rainforest, they get very little light in their natural habitat. This makes them very well suited for growing in an east window in the house or under fluorescent lights. They do not bloom well unless they are pot-bound, so they should always be kept in small pots until pot-bound and then moved up one pot size at a time. I grow mine in a soil mix of 1/3 vermiculite, 1/3 perlite, and 1/3 peat moss, and feed each time I water with 1/4 teaspoon of Peter's 20-20-20 to a gallon of water, watering in the top of the pot until the solution comes out the bottom of the pot. They benefit from a brief dry spell between waterings. The pots should never be allowed to stand in water, as these plants can easily drown. Frequent turning and pruning will allow you to grow the plants into a pretty symmetrical plant. When a blooming cycle is near completion, I completely debud the plant in order to hasten the production of new blossoms. I also remove some of the bottom leaves in order to improve the plant's symmetry. These leaves that have been removed can be used to propagate new plants, as African violets are very easy to propagate. I also like to reposition the leaves to achieve the best possible symmetry. In order to propagate African violets, take the leaves that you have removed from the bottom of the plant and cut the petiole to a length of about 1 inch, with a slanting cut slanting towards the front of the leaf. A propagation mix is then prepared, which is 1 part vermiculite added to 1 part of perlite. The propagation mix is wetted in the pot, and a hole is created with a pencil in order to stick the petiole. The leaf should be leaned back slightly in order to encourage the new plantlets to sprout in front of the leaf. It will take about 30 days for the leaf to sprout roots, during which time I water with plain water, and I do not feed until the plant has become rooted. The media should be kept evenly moist during the rooting period. Some people find that placing a plastic bag over the top of the pot aids in keeping the moisture in the pot. After 30 days, when the leaf is rooted, I start feeding using my constant feed formula of 1/4 teaspoon of Peter's 20-20-20 to a gallon of water. In 60 days, the plantlets will start to emerge from the rooting media. After 90 days, the plantlets will achieve a large enough size to be separated. Each leaf will produce anywhere from 5 to 10 plantlets, and they must be teased apart gently and replanted in propagation mix. I grow them on in a propagation mix until they achieve sufficient size to be potted. African violets can also be hybridized and sexually propagated by collecting a small amount of pollen on your fingernail and placing it on the pistil of the plant. After several months, a small berry will form, which is smashed, let to dry on a sheet of paper, and there are about 50 to 100 seeds per berry.